I got asked yesterday why so many good looking girls are single. I said the answer is right there. You don't have to go deep to see the answer. Listen to this and we'll go back to it.
Let's talk about modern women for a minute, because there's a utopia that's created here and a delusion about what modern women are bringing to the table. We're not talking about your grandma and we're not talking about your mom. We're talking about today's women. Do they cook and clean? Or do they get offended when you suggest that part of their role as a feminine woman would be to cook and clean? Or a role as a mom or a caretaker of a home, right? If I'm supposed to cook it, well, you do it. I'm not going to cook and clean. It's not the 1950s. You ask them what they bring to the table and they say this. My new hair extensions. What else, honey?
When you see a good looking girl in the street and she's single, the answer is right there. When you see an attractive girl with no ring on her finger and no husband and no kids, the answer is right there. They are hard to please. They believe she's special and the man he's gonna have her, he's the luckiest man alive. Jordan Peterson said 50% of 30 years old women are childless and the other 50% will never have kids. And he said 90% of those women will regret it one day. The idea and the concept that I can do better, it's eating them up. The idea and the concept that I can do better, it's destroying them. They think she's a lottery ticket and any man wants to have her, he's the luckiest man alive. Should believe she's not just only a lottery ticket, should believe she's a winning lottery ticket. She wants a life that only exists in her imagination. She wants the princess treatment, but she doesn't know how to cook a 3-course meal. They chase a dream, but not reality. This is why all the single girls, they live in a fantasy world. This is why all these good looking girls, they live in a fantasy world. She doesn't bring nothing to the table. All she brings to the table, the hair extension, the fake nails, the fake eyelashes, the attitude, the fake lips, and all those garbage, the makeup for the lack of aesthetics. And she doesn't even know how to cook. When you ask her to cook, I'm not your mom. When you ask her to clean, why don't you get a cleaner? When you ask her to do her duty as a wife, what, do you think I'm your mom? I'm not your mom. I'm your wife. If you want to be married to your mom, why don't you stay home with your mom? She wants a man to look after her financially, but she doesn't want to do her duty as a wife. She wants a man to be there mentally, physically, and emotionally, and financially. And at the same time, she wants to be able to dress and to do whatever she wants. Your job, you should be under the man's submission. You should submit to the man for you to have a husband. But this is why they are all single. Those good looking girls, they are single. The answer is right there. To the guy he asked me yesterday, why so many good looking girls are single? My friend, the answer is right there. When you see a good looking glamour girl, 28, 30, 31, 25, single with no husband and no kids, brother, the answer is right there. The answer is there. She's single because she have high expectation. She think her shit doesn't stink. She believe she's special and she's gonna stay special. She believe she's so good looking, she's gonna stay good looking forever. She doesn't realize when she hit the 30 and over, she drops, her value drops. She doesn't realize the clock is ticking. They don't realize the biological clock is ticking and they missing out. They drop in value. Man, when he hits the 30 plus, it's different comparison to the woman. But when the woman hit 30 plus, she decline. They go down in value because your chance of having kids drops to 50%. When you hit the 35, it drops to 75%. When you hit the 37, your chance of having kids is only 10%. This is why they are all single, because the idea and the concept that they can do better, it's eating them alive.